Boy, there's a lot going on. Let's show this to you right now. By the end of this week, we're expecting to see the development of a new area that's been tagged right off the coast of Florida. So friends and family that are joining us from the Sunshine State of Florida, by the end of the week, perhaps not so much sunshine. Let's dig into the dirty little details, shall we? Because this area that's highlighted in yellow that basically stretches from the panhandle of Florida through parts of northern Florida, it does include Tampa, St. Pete, and then up toward the southeast coastline of Georgia and then the Carolinas. This is an area where, given the environmental conditions, we're expected for a stalled boundary, call it a stationary boundary, right here. This is going to serve as a focus mechanism for a few little areas of low pressure to possibly, and let me just reiterate, possibly develop along, not so much in the short term, but more so in the long term. And I want to bring in meteorologist Bayne Froney into the conversation as well, because we've been watching this kind of behind the scenes for the past few days. And Bayne, all of those little ingredients have really been coming together where we were expecting to see maybe a little something pop up just off the coastline of Florida.
Yeah, exactly. And, with these homegrown systems, they can be a little bit tricky because, there's not as much, development that we see that's kind of going for a long ways. It kind of happens pretty quick.
Oh, yeah.
And like you were saying, we do have those ingredients in store. We have the warm waters. And if that boundary moves a little bit more into the ocean and off the Atlantic, that's when we could start to see maybe a low pressure system forming up. So there are a few things that need to happen first. But right now, there is that potential for development. And even before that, a lot of rainfall going to be impacting the coast of Florida.
I mean, you look at these colors, it looks like this is like lit up like a Christmas tree, right? You have a bunch of yellows on here, indicates 2 to 3 inches of rain. But the big Bend region of Florida, they could get super soaked.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we could see anywhere from 3 to 5, almost 5, 6 inches of rainfall in some areas. And this is even before we end up seeing that potential system that's coming in at the end of the week. So even moving into your holiday week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, isolated showers and storms. We really want to watch out for those too. But as you can see on that chance of development map, I mean, right now it really is going more towards, off the coast of Georgia, and we're seeing that into the Carolinas. So that's where it's trending, but it still has the chance to maybe get a little bit of development into the Gulf, again, depending on where that boundary is going to set up.
That's exactly it. And what's so interesting, too, Bayne, is when you look at where that opportunity, that first week of July, to see that development, we have that really warm Gulf Stream. It's like a little current of water, and you can see it right here. And it's just a sliver, but you stick a thermometer in the water there, and we're talking water temperatures in like the mid and upper 80s. It's like bath water for tropical systems to thrive in.
It is so warm, and when I've been down there during this time of year, you can't really differentiate from the air and into the water. So incredibly warm waters there are going to be working in this potential spot's favor, and we got to watch out for that development. It could pop up again at the end of the week, right around the 4th. So that's when we can start to see some stuff popping up.
Yeah, and you have so many travelers, July the 3rd, July the 4th, July the 5th, like even into next weekend, where this is going to be one of those systems that we're watching like a hawk every step of the way just for that development. We did speak with Fox Weather hurricane specialist Brian Norcross, and he said to us, this is normal for this time of the year to see die-in fronts that, could potentially trigger some areas of low pressure. And again, historically speaking, if we were to see something form, this is in a traditional sort of environment.
Right, something we could expect to see.